Okay, now let's discuss about password policy. An AWS password policy is a set of rules that specify the requirements for user passwords in AWS account. Password policies are used to enforce strong password security and help prevent unauthorized access to AWS resources. And these are some key points that you need to know. First one, password requirements. Okay, an AWS password policy specifies the minimum and maximum length of passwords as well as requirements for password complexity, including the use of uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, and alphanumeric characters or special characters. Right. Next is password expiration. So a password policy can also specify how often users must change their passwords and how long a password can be used before it must be changed. Next, account lockout. A password policy can specify how many failed login attempts will result in an account being locked out and for how long, right? Next is password policy enforcement. Password policies are enforced by AWS IAM, which checks the password of each user against the policy requirements at the time the password is set or changed. Next, what are the best practices? So, it includes setting strong password requirements, regularly reviewing and updating password policies, and providing user education and training on password security best practices. AWS password policies are an important security feature that helps prevent unauthorized access to AWS resources, right? By enforcing strong password security, you can help to ensure the security and integrity of your AWS environment. It's important to regularly review and update your password policies and to provide user education and training on password security best practices to further enhance your security posture. Okay, let me go back to my management console. If you ask me where can I get the details about this, you need to go into account settings. Here you will see something called as password policy. Okay, here you need to review this password policy. If you feel that this is not sufficient, you can edit it always and increase it further. For example, password minimum length we have set to 8. So if you want to edit it to 12, you can just click on edit and increase the characters here. And if you have any other requirements, you can specify that. For example, I have specified never expire password. That means you can use the password as long as you want, right? But if you want to enforce password expiration to 30 days, after 30 days, let's say if the user is the user needs to reset their password, right? So those things you can add it here. Okay, so that is about password policy.